There are 4 fees that you're not charging to increase your profitability in midterm rentals, and here they are. Number 1 that you must do, a lot of people have pet fees, right? Pet security, a pet fee one time up front, but a lot of people fail to leave pet or add pet rent to the addition of the regular rent. As a matter of fact, it is completely justified because the number of pets that you have will increase the amount of potential, again, work that you might need to do upon checkout. So again, in the midterm rental space, is any space for 30 days or more, you want to make sure that you add pet rent to your initial rent, especially because some companies it'll lighten the load for them if they look at just the rent. The regular rent, let's say, is $5,500 a month. Having an additional pet rent of $100 a month, $150 a month, typically is our sweet spot. Anywhere from $150 to $200 a month per pet actually increases the amount of profit that you can pick in your pocket, and it is looked as an additional fee and kind of lightens off the load of your total charge, right? So it's really strategic to do, especially in corporate housing. It is justified because we need to account, even if you're pet friendly, to assure that you have pet rent. It is an additional stream of income that you can make. Another one, typically this is a one-time fee on the front end. Do not let preparation of the lease or any additional admin related work to prepare for this tenant to come, free work that is not charged out of your respective, the time that it takes for you to actually deliver this. Charge your admin fee. Do not sell yourself short. It is not the cost of doing business. There is a cost, and it is your time, and therefore you should charge for it. Make sure you have a one-time admin fee. You can also, if you're uncomfortable with the admin fee, then you can also switch that to or change that fee to a move out fee. There's going to be some logistics. If you're currently getting value from watching this video, you'll want to make sure you take a second and click below to grab the midterm rental insurance blueprint to help accelerate your process in being able to land these midterm rental insurance contracts with respect to your marketplace. Make sure you click the button below and grab it and continue on with the gems in this video. Potentially anything that is, wear and tear, and maybe you don't want to charge that from the security, put that as the move out fee. Make it a $500 move out fee, move in and move out fee, if you will, but it has to be accounted for your time that takes into being able to have somebody on board into your property. Do not sleep on this fee. Number 3, monthly cleaning fees. Do not just settle. This is not Airbnb for a one-time fee. No, if we're gonna have somebody stay for especially more than 30 days, it is warranted for you to have a monthly cleaning fee, and it also gives you access to the property. This is critical because you want to make sure that you're getting enough of attention to the property. People, especially tenants, may treat the property differently. It allows you to actually make some course corrections and even give the tenant a heads up and, hey, this you cannot be doing this, because if you do this, you risk getting your security deposit back. Or maybe sometimes something might be actually wrong with your property and the tenant doesn't think much of it because, quite honestly, they're just passive about the potential ongoing damage that could occur for your property. So if you do have a cleaner there that goes there once a month, you're able to capture that as opposed to capturing it on the back end of things. Maybe it's mold in the shower or whatever the case is, humidity and the fan's not working well, and the tenant just hasn't said anything, and really that's going to create more damage, aka like mold or anything of that, or humidity in a specific area. That's just an example of something where you're conducting almost a walkthrough as you're having a cleaner get access to that property. It's very important that you put that into your leases as well, that you actually should utilize, or at least you should have the ability to access the property per request. And on the contract, it should be included that by signing this contract, you agree to providing access to us. And if we don't receive access, for example, you continuously can't access the property, it's subject to a fee, right? Because it is part of our job for us to be able to access the property. It's not a privilege by any means. It's actually a right for us as the operators or management to have access, and it's baked in. Make sure it's baked into your lease. Last but not least, this is one that most people sleep on and is a very costly mistake. You'll be kicking yourself for not incorporating this on the front end. Once the contract is signed, it's hard to add on an addendum. I mean, it's not hard, but it's best practice to do it on the front end so you're not kind of switching the terms up front. And that is your utility cap. What does that mean? It means that individuals, sometimes, especially large families, anytime there's a chance that there's a large family that's staying for more than 30 days, 2 months, 3 months, etc., I want a utility cap. What that utility cap means is that there is a cap at how much I'm going to pay as a homeowner that is going to include all the utilities on the premises of property. So typically in the midterm rental on a 30-day plus stay, we have furnished accommodation, we have the Wi-Fi on, we include internet, we include electricity, power, right? We include landscaping, all that sorts. But what I want to look at are the ones that can fluctuate based on utilization, right? That's why it's called utilities, right? Water, gas, etc. If those exceed the norms, I set it up as $500 in our area because I know that respectively that's pretty hard to exceed. But if someone exceeds that, it means there's two things. Either there's actually something wrong and we're going to catch it with the meter or whatever the case might be, or energy is being lost somewhere, or they're abusing and overutilizing your utilities, which should not come out of my pocket as landlord, as the manager. It has to come out of there. So anything that exceeds the utility cap per month, you could bunch it all together. Water, gas, power, anything that exceeds the regular amount that would be spent, aka collectively $500, or you could do whatever separate bucket of each, would come out of their security deposit. And it's very well stated. You want to make sure you keep track of that. You want to make sure you're not coming out of pocket for someone who's maybe taking an hour shower versus, your typical 10-minute shower, even 15 minutes maybe. But even then, if it starts to get long, it's going to start to cost you, and you don't want to start eating into your costs because you didn't have these 4 fees set on the front end. You have now these 4 fees that you can charge today that you were not charging, which means you were leaving money on the table. And again, that's the pet rent. Number 2, that's the admin fee / move in, move out fee. That's the monthly cleaning fee as well. And last but not least, the utility cap. Happy hosting y'all. Let's serve some families and let's be highly compensated for doing so. If you get value from this video, make sure you check out why you should include a cleaning fee in your midterm rental property.